What up, gamers? This is just going to be a short talking head video. I'm not going to edit this or anything. I just wanted to reply to some questions and comments I got about my most recent PC build, which you can see back here. Uh, so first of all, about the RGB. Some people just love it and some people hate it, and I guess that's the thing. I mean, I can just, look, with one key press, I can just turn it off in iCUE software. So that's what I usually do if I sit around and game. I just turn it off and run it black. That's it. But obviously, if you don't like RGB, you don't build a PC with RGB components. Maybe you don't select like a tempered glass case or even RGB fans. You just select black fans or whatever. So with that out of the way, I wanted to talk about the questions I received about why it has so many fans and if it isn't loud. And the short answer is no, it's not loud, as you can hear. And there's actually a reason behind running so many fans in the system. And I'm gonna try to explain it. I'm gonna try to keep it short. So this system actually has 9 fans in total. It has, and I'm gonna be pointing here behind me on the fans. It has 2 fans in the bottom as intake, 3 fans on the side as intake, 3 fans on the top on the radiator as exhaust, and 1 fan in the back as exhaust. So I have a total of 5 fans as intake and a total of 4 fans as exhaust. And the reason why it's not loud is because if you take one of these QL120 fans from Corsair, these have a maximum RPM of 1500 RPM. And at that speed, they're gonna push about 40 cubic feet of air per minute. But running them at full blast, full speed, that's going to be loud, it's going to be noisy, and nobody's going to like that. So instead of running them at full blast, you run them at half speed, which means you get half the airflow at 20 cubic feet per minute. But if you add a second fan, you're going to double the airflow again to 40 cubic feet per minute. But you're only going to increase the noise floor, which is measured in dBA, with 1 dB. It's kind of magic, actually. But so 2 fans is not going to be twice as loud. It's actually going to be 1 dB louder than running 1 fan at the same speed. But you're still going to double the airflow. So what you do is you add a lot of intake fans. You set the custom fan profile in iCUE or whatever software you run to do this. I have a special fan hub called Corsair Commander Pro, which you connect all the fans to. And you do the same for the exhaust fans. So you can set like a really low RPM fan curve. So I run at the intake fans, I run a curve at maximum 900 RPM and the exhaust a maximum of 700 RPM, which makes it really, really quiet. The last of this is I have configured my fans to have more intake than exhaust, which creates positive pressure inside the PC case. And this positive pressure, it has to leak out somewhere, and it leaks out through all the normal vent holes in the case and actually prevents dust from getting into those vent holes. If you would have more exhaust fans than you have intake in your computer case, you would create a negative air pressure inside the case, and you would instead suck in dust through all these vents in the case. And this PC case, which is glass, it would be dusty inside within a week, I promise you. So configuring the fans with a custom fan curve and also configuring your fans so that you have a positive air pressure inside the case to prevent dust from coming in, because the intake fans on the bottom on the side, they have an air filter attached to the case so that you can get dust in that way. So that's the short story. No, it's not loud. If you just throw in a bunch of fans connected to the motherboard and don't do anything about it, no custom fan profile or nothing, yeah, it could probably get loud. And I understand if people done this mistake and they think it's loud, but you need to add some software and create some custom profiles, and then it's not going to be loud. So that's the short story. Thanks for watching, gamers.